Before I forget, I want to take a video of these cute flowers my husband got me. He got them for me for Dia de las Madres. My husband loves me and he wanted to show appreciation for everything I do for this little dude. Hi, Romy. I've been wanting to do a video that it's a little bit difficult for me to make, but I've been taking, I wouldn't necessarily call them progress pictures, but just updates on my body and how it's changed since I gave birth, because it has changed. I mean, it changed before I got pregnant, it changed while I was pregnant, and obviously it's gonna change after pregnancy. But I'm a little bit nervous. I wanted to do a sit down video talking about, you know, all those changes. But it's kind of hard to do that because I do have a 1-year-old who is with me constantly. So it's not like I can really sit down and make a video without him being present. So I don't know if bravo! Like, I don't even know what to call it, because it's not like how I bounce back, because obviously I did not bounce back. I did lose weight after pregnancy, because obviously there's a lot more than just fat that accumulates during pregnancy. Like, there's a lot of fluids and, you know, the placenta and obviously the baby and everything. But I wanted to kind of just talk about my progress and my journey with learning to love myself after having a baby, because obviously everybody's journey is going to be different. Everybody's body is gonna look different after pregnancy, and I just want to yeah, nice. I just want to show like a realistic point of view, or to be honest, I'm pretty proud of my point of view on my body now, and I'm also pretty proud of, I guess you could say, where I am now with my body. Okay, he's a little bit happier now because we ate some mac and cheese and he had some milk, so hopefully he will let me continue with this video. Mande. At first I was pretty consistent with taking pictures of my body after I gave birth. I just wanted to take these pictures for myself, because I will say that at first I was really hard on myself in the sense of wanting to lose the weight quickly. I know some people don't like talking about numbers, but I will be honest and say that I did end up gaining about 40 pounds during my pregnancy, which for somebody that's already has a petite frame is a lot of weight. Not only was I just not feeling good about it in an ego or prideful way, like I didn't like how my body looked because I had never been that heavy, but I was also looking at it in the sense of physical pains that I was experiencing, because with my weight gain I did notice that I had a lot of back pain and I also had a lot of knee pain. I already had prior knee injuries. The reason why I wanted to lose the weight quickly was so that it would alleviate some of that pressure on my knees and on my other joints. And also my body expanded a lot, so I have a lot of stretch marks, not only on my belly but literally everywhere on my body. On my arms, like I can still see the stretch marks on my arms. I have them on my legs, around my knees, like the most random places I got stretch marks. And my body is basically reacting to the weight in a negative form, and it was affecting just literally overall everything. Like, I didn't feel like I could be on my feet for too long. I didn't feel like I was gonna have, yeah, puppy, I didn't feel like I was gonna have the energy that I needed to keep up with a growing baby. So yeah, that was the main reason why I wanted to lose weight. But like I said, I will be honest, and of course my looks are important to me in the sense that I want to feel good about the way that I look, so that my self-esteem is higher, my confidence is higher, I can love myself and also project that onto others. Okay, so now since we've established the why I wanted to lose my baby weight. Now we can talk about the how. Biggest thing for me was to try to trick my brain into thinking that I wasn't actually actively trying to lose weight. And I know that sounds kind of weird, like, oh yeah, I didn't do anything to lose the weight and it just came off naturally. No, that's not what I mean by that. What I mean is that I wasn't stressing about setting a certain goal at a certain time. So if anything, all I was trying to do was incorporate walking as much as possible, whether that was around the block when the days were nice, whether that was just walking around the mall when they weren't nice, or whether that was just doing actual walking videos at home. Like, that was my main source of exercise. Like, that helped out a lot, because if I wasn't consistently thinking about working out and setting a specific schedule, I didn't put so much pressure or stress on myself. Because I will say I've tried to do schedule or follow a certain program or a certain plan, and that just doesn't work for me. And I already know that about myself. So the best way for me to convince myself to maintain an active lifestyle is literally to trick myself into thinking that I am not. Whatever I am capable of doing in that day, like, that's my own accomplishment. That's my own way of telling myself I am doing something for myself. My arm is getting tired and I don't feel like setting up a whole thing, because I know the minute that my son sees the tripod, he is just gonna knock it over or try to stand with it or whatever the case. And I really want to do this video, even if it's vlog style, even if it's interrupted. I still want to do this video because this is realistic mom life. You multitask as much as possible. He's gonna feed himself. ¿Quieres papa? So that was one way that I was able to see a difference in my body. Oh, yeah. Another thing is, naturally, your body will get rid of all the fluid that it retains during pregnancy. So I did lose a lot of the weight pretty quickly. Not because I was doing anything, because obviously I had a C-section, so I had to rest and I couldn't be like walking around or doing a lot of movement immediately after I gave birth. So a lot of it did come just from my body naturally getting rid of anything that I no longer needed, which included the blood volume and also the water retention. Because let me tell you, I look back at pictures and videos of me and I was really, really bloated. Completely different person. I don't even recognize myself in the pictures after I gave birth. And it's a little scary to think about that, like, at the time I didn't realize, not that I'm saying like, oh, like I was so big, like, that's, I'm not trying to body shame myself, because obviously I had nothing to do with that. I couldn't control the way my body was going to react during pregnancy or the way my body was going to retain water. And also during labor, they pump you with a lot of fluid, so it's obvious that you're gonna be a little bit more plump. But the other thing that my body naturally did was breastfeed. And, well, I breastfed, and my body naturally was able to use a lot of the weight or a lot of the fat in my body to accommodate that. Because obviously I was exclusively breastfeeding, so my body needed a lot of energy to be able to produce milk. I wasn't really on a strict diet. I would try to intuitive eat, which is something new that I'm still trying to figure out for myself. Like, sometimes we forget to eat, which is not a good thing and I don't recommend. But like, I basically had to force myself to eat after I gave birth because I was just so tired and didn't have a lot of appetite. Also, just finding the time to be able to make myself a meal, to this day, it's kind of difficult to do. Body naturally took, you know, the energy from elsewhere. But now I am actively trying to eat healthier. I'm not on a diet by any means, because the word diet has a lot of bad connotation for me and it automatically makes me want to quit. My brain feels restricted and then it feels like I'm robbing myself of joy. So I am not trying to do that for myself. Okay, so now I'm gonna attempt to put some pictures showing how my body has changed through the months and where my body is now a year postpartum. Yes, I still have a little bit of a belly, but it has come a long way. And mentally, I feel good about that. I feel good about where my body is now, and I feel good about how I feel about my body, because even though I still have a mommy pooch, that's probably going to be there for a while longer. It took almost 10 months to create my baby, so it's going to take me a while to change my body once again. And even though I will try to incorporate more workouts for myself, for my own mental health, and so that I can try to target my belly, I'm not in a rush to get rid of it. I'm not in a rush to do anything these days. All I'm thinking about is making sure my mental health is okay, that I am taking care of myself in every way possible, and that I'm mostly taking care of this little guy. So the main reason I wanted to create this video is to show you that even if you, a year later, are still working on yourself, that's okay. Like, it's gonna take some time, and it's okay to feel how you feel. Like, it's okay to mourn your body before. Sometimes I've had days where I've had to do that, and also allow yourself not to feel guilty for wanting to look the way that you did before. But just remember that can change where you are now, and maybe your body's gonna look even better. Because I will say, I was still trying to lose weight before I got pregnant, and I wasn't able to. But now that I've given birth, that I'm a mom, that I want to keep up with my little baby, I know that I'm gonna continue to change my body for the better, because that's my goal. Okay, I have to go be a mommy now and pay attention to him because he wants me to play with him. But I hope this video was helpful.